It's become a tradition at this time of the season, and changing clubs shouldn't mean we have to change with tradition. We missed out on it last year because in March of 2029 I was unemployed, having been sacked by Ipswich. But here we are, a year on. It's the 16th of March 2030, and it's time for a cup special. Hello and welcome to Season 15, Episode 6 of Non-League to Legend. I'm Kev, and coming up on today's episode are a couple of cup games. I love it when it starts to get to this stage of the season. We're only, a couple of months away from the final game. It's all to play for. We're up to second in the league with 8 games to go. Ignore the fact we're 11 points behind Chelsea in first place. We're second with 8 games to go. That's massive progress compared to where we were at the start of the season. We're still in 2 cup competitions, although that could all change in the next 15 minutes. So, life is good. Let's have a quick look at how things have been going since you were last with me. Can't even remember when that was. I'm losing track. No sleep at the moment. Busy time of the year. But it's been going quite well. We're on quite a good run of form in the league. We did have a bit of an unfortunate slip-up in the first leg of the Champions League first knockout round against Lyon because we lost this match 4-2. Probably shouldn't have gone at them and tried to attack the way we did. This guy, Gregory Garnier, scored all 4 goals for Lyon. He's 30 years old, so we haven't bothered scouting him. But, look at that. That's his career history. And he's just scored 4 goals in a game against us. Brilliant. So we've got 2 away goals, which is a positive, but we do need to come from 2 goals behind to have any chance of getting past Lyon, and we really need to get past Lyon. Like I've mentioned on previous episodes, we've beaten Lyon before in the Europa League when we were with Ipswich. So to get knocked out in the first round of the Champions League against a team that I've beaten with Ipswich, that could be the kiss of death for my Manchester City career, especially if we don't first navigate Arsenal into the semi-final of the FA Cup. So we are playing against Arsenal first up. It's only 4 days later that we're playing against Lyon, so the temptation is there to rotate. I'm not going to because, we've got history in the FA Cup. What is it? If we ignore last season because I was unemployed, the last 3 consecutive seasons we've at least made it to the semi-final of the FA Cup. I'd like to make it 4 in a row. I like a trip to Wembley. And this is the team that we're going to be playing. So we've got Donnarumma in goal, a back 4 of Mateza, Martelli, Osborne and Medane, Bradford and Wilkes in midfield, and then Umputu, Gilberto and Ayrton behind, João Roberto up front. That is our first choice 11. Everyone in that first 11 is fit. Everyone is match fit, apart from João Roberto, who's just coming back from a bit of an injury. And really importantly, they're all in form as well. There was never a better point in this season for us to play these 2 games. If we can't win them now, I don't really understand at what point we were ever going to be able to win them. It will say a lot about the strength of our squad. We certainly don't have anything close to strength in depth, but I think this is quite a strong first 11 now. Would still like another defender, would still like a proper holding midfielder. But as first 11 goes, it's probably the best one I've ever had now. It took us a while to find this system, but now we've found it. We're a good team. Obviously, if we pick up an injury or 2. At one point, while you were away, we had João Roberto and Gilberto both injured at the same time. We don't quite look the same team when that happens, and that was the situation when we did the away leg against Lyon. So, fiddlesticks. Hopefully, now they're both fit again, it will all come together and we'll make up that 2-goal deficit against Lyon. It would be nice to win this game first, though. I have realised I've made a bit of a blunder because the board don't care about the FA Cup, and we've put our first choice team into this game for we're due to play Lyon. So we probably should have put the reserves out today. I hope it hasn't demotivated the players who are out there. It made them think, oh, we must be the reserves. We're obviously not going to play against Lyon. Let's not bother today either. And obviously really hope we don't pick up any more injuries. So Ayrton beats 2 men, get across to Bradford. Bradford got forward really well there, but unfortunately his header is straight at the goalkeeper. We need to not even reassert. We need to assert ourselves on this game and quick. They're going to get a second here. That is very frustrating because 15 minutes in, apart from the fact they've scored 2 goals, it's been a very even game. Even for possession, we've been even for shots, and they've not had any clear-cut chances yet. That goal was from a ridiculous angle. He had no right to score from there. Arsenal are just up for this. in a way we don't seem to be. Perhaps we've got one eye on Leon. I guess we should. But we're supposed to be Manchester City. We're supposed to be able to handle all this, compete in competitions on all fronts. And it's not really working that way. Oh, they're going to get a player sent off, though. What I did notice while this red card is happening, I like the way Umputu is now really embracing the advanced playmaker on the left wing position. You saw him really central in the build-up to this move, and he just sort of drifts around wherever he wants now. He's really got the hang of it, which he wasn't doing when we were playing him deeper in the same role at the start of the season. So he's grown into the position a little bit. Can't believe I ever had doubts about him. Oh, Ayrton's injured. For goodness sake. What is the point of the FA Cup? We've tried, it's backfired, we're going to get knocked out anyway, and we've lost one of our top 3 players. This has been a complete disaster. So, he's got a thigh injury, he's going to be out forever. We have got a replacement in Van Inzerillen, who can come on. He's been after some game time anyway, looks like he's probably about to get it. But, yeah, we don't really want to be losing Ayrton at this point in the season. Especially with what's probably going to end up being a hamstring injury, which at this point might even put him out for the rest of the season, which would make life very difficult. João Roberto's coming off as well. He's done nothing at all today. This has just been a pathetic performance from both teams, really. If you look at those stats, no one's really creating anything of note. No one's controlling the possession, but Arsenal just got those 2 goals. And they haven't needed to get into the game because they did what they needed to do early on. We've been absolutely rubbish. We're clearly not at all bothered about the FA Cup. The players have made that very clear. It reminds me of when we played against Brighton in the Capital One Cup, and the players weren't bothered about that either. So that's a bit of a shame. There goes that nice FA Cup record we were talking about. I like the FA Cup, and I'm annoyed that these players don't seem to care about it. Don't bother getting a goal here. What a waste of time that will be. See, that just stupid. They're just doing it to wind me up now, because now if we'd have not conceded one of those 2 sloppy goals early on, you know, the game would still be alive. But there's only 1 minute of stoppage time to play. It's about to turn 90 minutes. We've not got time to get an equaliser. And if we do, we're going to have to do a replay or extra time, and that's stupid as well. Just don't attack. Good. Final whistle now. Yeah? Stupid football. Right. Hopefully, that's going to give them the kick up the backside they need before Leon, and we'll go and beat them now. Just the one change for the game against Leon, then Riedewald comes in for Mateza, just purely a fitness thing. There's very little in it, but he's on 95% condition, he's on 100, so why not? Oh, I'm nervous. We need... Basically, we're playing for our season at this point. Ayrton, by the way, only had a dead leg, so he's actually fit enough to play. So that's a bit of a bonus. But our season is kind of resting on this game. If we don't win this, our hopes of winning anything are just about over. With 8 games of the Premier League season still to go, because we're far too far behind Chelsea to catch them up. Hopefully, we'll be able to hold on to second place, and then hopefully... second place would be enough to keep me in a job. But I would have basically failed on all fronts if we get knocked out today and only finish second in the Premier League. So there's every chance that failure today could directly lead to me getting sacked in the summer. Or sacked immediately even. I think that's probably unlikely because the board are still quite pleased and it's still mathematically possible that we go and win the league. And that's more than Man City have been able to say for the last 2 or 3 seasons. So there's definitely improvement, and hopefully the board will see that, regardless of today's result. We're definitely moving in the right direction. If you ignore those first 2 or 3 months when we were trying to figure out a tactic, yes. Then yeah, if we'd the form since sort of December time, I dare say if we'd have had that form all season long, we would be top of the league at the moment. But you know, I don't think that's how it works. I'll check, but I'm pretty sure it's not how it works. Right, come on lads, we need to get in this now. It's if we concede an away goal here, that would be completely disastrous, and it could end up making me cry. I might have to turn the camera off so I just don't look like a plonker on the internet. Right, Gilberto, what can he do? raking ball forward to João Roberto, but then it falls back to Gilberto, and what a goal! His 16th goal of the season. He really is the man for us at the moment. It's amazing skill there. I don't even know if this is deliberately played back to him from João Roberto, or if the ball just comes loose. In fact, look, João Roberto's tackled. Gilberto just comes in, one touch to beat his man, and then doink, there you go. We'll just stick that in the back of the net. Thank you very much. We need one more. One more goal puts us ahead in the tie, because we've got those 2 away goals. So, can we do it? Hopefully we can do it. If we can't do it, then I kind of give up, because we should be better than Leon. Right, we've got the tackling. The break is on again. João Roberto finds Bradford. Umputu, it's slowed down a little bit with those 2 players, unfortunately. But Umputu trying to create something again. Comes to Gilberto. Umputu is everywhere in this move. Gilberto puts it through to João Roberto. We are 2-0 up. And we are ahead in the tie. 32 goals this season for João Roberto. Leon have got to come at us now. They need to score. They need to score, basically. There's nothing complicated about that. They need to score to get back into the tie. And they're playing a very negative system, so they're going to have to make some changes to get themselves back into this tie. Right. Well played, gentlemen. We're probably going to only give Ayrton another 15 minutes or so. He's limping around a little bit. We've got Van Inzerillen on the bench who can just come on straight swap for him. It would be nice to have one more goal before we got to that point, just so we can start to feel a little more comfortable. But either way, I think we need to get Ayrton off, because he's struggling and he's not playing well. João Roberto finds Ayrton though. He beats his man. Cross comes in. Unfortunately, João Roberto can't quite get there, but Ayrton has another try, and that's a fantastic block to deny Gilberto, but the attack is still on. We're relentless here, and Medane just messes it up. Lazarov wouldn't have done that. Your days are numbered, Medane. In the summer, Lazarov, we're coming for you. Right, João Roberto is having a good game. He's all over the pitch, and he's in again. And see the difference in our team from the game against Arsenal. We're first to every ball. We actually seem like we want this. We just weren't bothered about the FA Cup. And I don't know how we get the players to change their minds about that. Look how far into the centre of the pitch João Roberto's come again there. Mateza's the only... Oh, no, it's Riedewald today, isn't it? He's the only one giving us any width on the left. And Ayrton has made it 3-0. I'm starting to relax a little bit. I'd still quite like another one. Obviously, if Leon get a goal back at this point, we're still ahead in the tie. But still not going to be comfortable until we're about 8-0 up. And then I'll start to chill out a little bit. At least I've been able to leave the camera on. Ron Osborne's on a yellow card, which is always a bit of a worry. We don't want to get a player sent off at this stage of the tournament, especially if we manage to make it through to the next round, which would be quite nice. And, speaking too soon, it's now 5-5. We are ahead on away goals, but obviously at this point, another Leon goal puts them in the lead. And it's certainly a long way away from being over with half an hour to go. I mean, we really should have done better there. I don't know how much of that you can contribute to Osborne being on a yellow card and just being afraid to put the tackle in. Right, Ayrton is going to come off because he's struggling. He's tired. So we'll just do straight swap. Van Inzerillen on for Ayrton. Do we go defensive at some point, or counter-attacking, or something along those lines? Or do we just keep attacking at Leon? In the away leg, we just kept going at them, and they just kept scoring goals. They're in again. Oh, that's not good. Right, the decision is taken out of my hands. We have to attack now, because Leon are ahead again. From what looked like a very comfortable position, we're now behind in the tie with 20 minutes to go. I might have to cry after all. Oh, this is not good at all. Should we have gone counter-attacking a little earlier when we were 3-0 up? Right, what do we do? Umputu's not having a very good game. Mbolo is going to come on for him. And he's going to play as an inside forward. And that's going to have to do for now. There's the spectre of extra time potentially looming over us as well. Now, I don't want to make all my substitutions too early, but obviously we need to get another goal yet, or else that is a moot point. So let's make a change anyway. Wilkes is not having a good game. Suarez can come on. Don't know if he's got the time or even the attacking nous to be able to do anything. I can't believe we're getting knocked out in the way we're getting knocked out. This has really demonstrated our defensive ineptitude. We need to sort the defence out for next season. We're out of the Champions League. Oh, am I going to get the sack now, do we think? So, I mean, that I'd be gutted, actually, because I think we're close to solving all of Man City's problems. Are they going to sack me? They haven't sacked me. That's good. Okay. If you enjoyed today's episode, make sure you pop a like on there. Subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on the Premier League run-in. I mean, it's unlikely, but we've got 8 games to go and 11 points to make up. Do we have to play Chelsea in that time? We do not, so it's a massive tall order, but priority has got to be try and finish second and avoid getting sacked in the summer. Thank you very much for watching.